Oke guys, sekarang kita mau ngebahas tentang cost living ya. Jadi sebelumnya kalau kalian wondering Indonesia sama Meksiko itu negaranya besaran mana? Oke, kalau dari segi luas itu Meksiko lebih besar, tapi jumlah penduduk di Indonesia itu jauh lebih banyak dibandingkan dengan Meksiko gitu. Dan aku tinggal di Querétaro, which is, where is Querétaro nih?
Center of the country basically.
North Central? Center?
Yeah, not away from Mexico City, yeah, center.
Yeah. Querétaro itu di tengah-tengah negara Meksiko. Dan Querétaro itu buat aku udaranya cukup kebagian ya. Jadi kebagian dinginnya, kebagian panasnya juga. Dan di sini tuh kering, udaranya tuh kering. Compared to Morelia, which one drier, honey?
Drier here.
Yeah.
Morelia is kind of rainy. Could rain any day of the year. Here, only a few months during the summer.
Ya, jadi lebih kering di sini. Hujannya juga jarang. Oke, next. Sekarang kita akan bahas soal how much salary in Mexico, honey?
Well, the minimum according to the law is around 2,800 pesos. It's like $140 per month. That's very little money.
Yeah.
Probably not enough for
Single person?
not even enough for a single person. Imagine paying for the expenses of a family. That's not enough. But according to the law, that's the minimum an employer has to pay. Like $140.
Okay, what about the taxes?
Very high. Depending on how much you receive, on how high is your salary, you can pay more or less.
How many percent?
20, something like that. It's
Wow.
much. Yes. If you receive less than 5, I don't think 5 minimum salaries, then you are free taxes.
Free taxes. Now about the renting apartment, how much per month?
For us, like 10,000 pesos.
10,000 pesos.
$500.
500.
Yeah. Querétaro is like that.
Okay.
Rents are high.
That's only renting the apartment, without anything.
Without utilities,
Only
electricity or water or gas.
Only the
internet.
place.
Yeah.
And now about the gas, electricity, internet, Netflix per month?
1,500, something like that. Something close to $70.
$70.
Yeah.
Much.
Yeah. That's it.
And now about the transportation. Now we have the car. So how much for the gas?
That depends. Well, this car uses the premium gasoline, 92 octanes. It's
Per
like
liter,
22 pesos per dollar, more than $1, 1.1, $1.2 per liter. Yeah. So we spend like something between 500 and 1,000 pesos per month in gasoline.
Full tank.
I try to keep the tank full all the time.
Okay, next one is about groceries per month, honey.
We spend, I don't know, something close to 5,000 pesos. All included, 5,000 pesos.
5,000.
Like $250. Yeah, much. I
Because-
know, Julia, it's much. I know.
Because every time we make the fridge full,
Yes, I like to have the fridge full of food. Yeah.
5,000 pesos.
Yeah, and we buy food, Uber Eats or something similar in Indonesia, no? Like Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. We buy food outside
Yeah.
a few times per.
Food outside, how much, honey?
Depends. We have found some good restaurants with good prices, but you can spend per person more than 200, 300 pesos. But there
That's
are
medium?
cheap. Medium. There are very, very expensive restaurants here, 1,000, 2,000 pesos.
Doesn't make sense.
$50, $100 per meal. Yeah. Where the traditional meal in McDonald's, for a comparison, is like 110, 20 pesos, like $6, $6. Yeah, one burger, the drink, and some fries. And you can find good meals in some places, cheap places, for something like 80 pesos, $4. The main dish, salad, soup, the drink, for 80 pesos, $4 more or less. But yeah, there are expensive places here also.
And Querétaro is kind of expensive place.
It's one of the most expensive cities in Mexico. Yeah, there are many.
Compared to Morelia.
Yeah, Morelia is cheaper. I grew up there. I lived there for many years. So I know the city, and it's cheaper. Yeah, Querétaro is one of the most expensive
so
cities.
the salary here are higher, but
higher. But
also
everything
you
is
spend
more
more.
expensive. You receive more, you spend more. Yes. there are many big companies here, transnational companies, industries. That's why many people came here to work, like me. There are lots of places to work. Salaries are higher, but you spend more.
Now talking about Georgia, how much
Georgia is like a pampered dog. We don't have kids, so we have Georgia. Something around 500 pesos for Georgia, all the food and things. And, well, when she gets sick, we spend more. She's kind of sick usually because the belly when she ate something new or
and how much
dirty.
How much for the vaccine, honey, or for the parasite
we have
medicine?
to apply the vaccines once per year, like 3 or 4 vaccines, like 1,000 pesos per year. And every time she gets sick, depends on. She has been sick like 3-4 times in the last 2 years. Some days even applying injections. Something like 800, 1,000 pesos for a treatment. She got sick because of something she ate.
Iya sayang, iya. Kalau kalian mau ngecek perbedaan cost living suatu kota dengan kota yang lain, itu kalian bisa cek di websitenya numbeo.com. Nah di situ kalian bisa masukin kota mana di negara mana yang kalian mau dan juga mau dibandingkan dengan kota mana gitu ya. Kalau dibandingkan dengan US, of course negara Meksiko itu jauh lebih murah ya guys. Tapi kalau dibandingkan dengan Indonesia, Meksiko dengan Indonesia, Meksiko sedikit lebih di atas untuk harga-harga, untuk pengeluaran. Tapi dalam beberapa hal seperti groceries itu termasuk ya kurang lebih hampir sama untuk setiap bulan, pengeluaran setiap bulannya. Tapi dalam beberapa hal juga ada yang beda, kayak sewa apartemen, sewa rumah, kayak gitu-gitu harganya sedikit beda. Tapi ya perbandingan gaji di Indonesia dan gaji di sini sedikit lebih tinggi, jadi pengeluaran sudah pasti sedikit lebih banyak dibandingkan Indonesia gitu. Oke guys, itu aja informasi yang bisa aku kasih tentang cost living, terutama di Querétaro ya, dan cost living tentang pribadi, bukan tentang secara umum. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Semoga ini membantu kalian menambah informasi, dan ya, see you in the next video. Bye.